Well, sorry, this was probably a little bit too short notice. Uh, it was either that or waiting for another 15 minutes, and that would have meant that my tea would have been cold. So, yeah, it's all based on tea. Right. Roger and Andy. Hey, guys. Thanks for being here at such short notice. I hope I haven't dragged you guys away from anything. Um, yeah, I wasn't sure what to stream today. I wanted to do something because I've just had a little couple of hours nap, so I'm kind of okay. And yeah, I just wanted to stream something, and I thought maybe something a bit more laid back, a bit less stressful than venturing into a maelstrom. And so, yeah, I'm all over the place at the moment. So I got the Mercedes DLC for this, and there will be also Ford DLC dropping this month as well. So there's that. And I just fancied doing a new project. Now I think it's 3 new Mercedes cars that have come in. I think it's the AMG GT or something. I don't know. It's certainly that long nose thing. The Bobby Ewing Mercedes is also there. But the other one is, I believe, I really should have looked this up. I believe it's the, I'm going to have to look on the store. I believe it's the SL300 Gullwing. Now, if I can get hold of one of those, I'm all in. Because out in the real world, a steel-bodied Mercedes Gullwing today, in excellent condition, would get you 1.4 million, which is nice. I don't know whether the price reflects reality here, like the price in the game reflects reality. If you can somehow find an alloy-bodied version of the car, in excellent condition, then you can expect around $6.5 million for that. Okay, so I've just checked it up. The cars in this DLC are the Mercedes. Should I say it correctly or should I just say Mercedes? Gain damage. Maybe you can tell me. Mercedes. Correct pronunciation. Am I right in saying that it is Mercedes? Is that correct? Mercedes. Gain damage, you'll be able to tell me. I want to get it right. It was only like a couple of years ago I learned that Daimler isn't Daimler, it's Daimler. So yeah, Mercedes, right? I don't know. I think so. But high gain damage. That should be pocket change for me. Yeah, with my credit balance on the game, it should be. So the other one is the Mercedes. Yeah, I know. Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC. I know. Yeah, I'm familiar with that one. The Benz. Let's go with that one for now. The Benz 500E, which is nice. And the SLS AMG, which is the long nose one, and the Bobby Ewing one. Matt said. Mercedes. Okay, Mercedes. I knew that the C was like a tss, Mets. I knew that. Yeah, the Bobby Ewing one, as I call it, which is the Mercedes. Sorry, I'm British. So sorry from if and when I murder the pronunciation of Mercedes. Is the 280SL Pagoda. So yeah, 2-seater roadster coupe, as shown by Bobby Ewing from Dallas, and also featured on the cover of the thumbnail here. Right, guys. No, I've heard the voice files. I watched a video of how to go through all the German pronunciations. You know, Volkswagen, the V is an F and the W is a V. Volkswagen, Daimler, Mercedes, Mercedes, and the most important one that a lot of people, even owners, don't get it right, is Porsche. Yeah, right. Okay. I know of people who own Porsches and call them Porsches, and they need a slap. Right. So, firstly, let's go to map. I think so. It's been a while. Let's have a wander around the junkyard before we go to the auctions. I haven't done a barn find for a while. Talking of which, if you know your cars, guys, I just saw. I'm yet to watch this video. A video on YouTube where a BMW E39 M5, which is a effing brilliant car, by the way, probably the most perfect car they've ever built. The E39 M5, it was found in a barn. Why are they always in barns? It's the only place they can fit. With 23,000 miles on it. Holy crumbs. I'd like to have bought the house that had that barn in it. Nice find. I'm going to go and watch that video later. It's a video where they just, detail it back up. It's not a mechanical thing, it's just car detailing. They're going to restore the whole thing. What a barn find. Who's got an M5 in a barn just sitting there? I don't get it. Right, let's have a wander around the junkers and see if there's anything here. So, let's make this quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'm trying to remember where they store cars. There's usually one here. There's nothing there. The chance of us finding a Mercedes, this looks very familiar. The unmistakable rear end of a Mustang. And then that's a Mitsubishi by the looks of it. The chance of me finding a Gullwing in here. Aston Martin, not bad. I don't mind those. I'd take one of those normally, but not today. Today we are Mercedes bound. Mercedes. Yeah, Volkswagen. Yeah, I'll try and keep it right, because you've got to pronounce it the way that it's pronounced in the country that makes it, right? Because it's like, the Brits are so bad for this, though. We're going over to Spain. Oh, yeah, we went to Marbella and had a what is it, paella. We had a paella in Marbella. It's like, fuck, go away. Oh, man, yeah, I know. So, yeah, I get your pain, gain damage. I get your pain, sir. We have a Volvo estate. I've driven these old Volvos. Yeah, I drove one. It was manual, right? Just like you would expect on the, where the gear stick's in the middle. But then it had an overdrive on the stalk. You just pop it down and it went into an overdrive mode. Yeah. You wouldn't want to crash in one. I know they look beefy and meaty, but if a modern car hit that Volvo wouldn't come out of it very well. Even if it's a small car. These small cars they make today, if it goes head on into one of these Volvos, the small car will win, trust me. The Volvo's not gonna come out of it very well at all. Is this a Nissan Fairlady? No, it's a fake one. Oh, it's a Toyota. Sorry, eek. It's a Toyota GT2000, but disguised as a Sakura. You can tell from the headlights on the front, though. Clearly. Yeah, no, it's not a Nissan Fairlady at all. What the hell was I thinking? Right, so there's none here. Let's go back, and we've got more likelihood of finding one in the auctions. But I came to the junkyard first, just in case there was one that was really wrecked to pieces, because that's what I want to start from. kind of like a clean slate. You know me, I like to get the more wrecked and done up the way it is, the worse. Yeah, exactly, gain damage. Volkswagen. Yeah. Folks. It's like people's car, isn't it? Folks. Hey, you folks, how you doing? People's Wagen. Yes, car. Right, let's go to the salvage cars first, I think. Let's see if we can get any real junkers. Is there going to be any here? We'll go through the German ones if there are here. So I'll try this one, gain damage. If I don't get this one right, shoot me. So BMW would be Bayerisch Motor and Werke. Please, if I got that wrong. Yeah, okay. So what else we got? Okay. Nothing yet. Oh. That shows it's in the game anyway. We have the big 560s. I remember these. They were monsters, big cars, those. Looking for a Gullwing. I've got a feeling they don't get Gullwings at the auctions every day. A 1954. Look at this thing. Can you imagine this thing in 1954? What a motor vehicle. This is beautiful. Sculpted. Oh, this is exactly what I want. I'm not going to lose this auction. It's got racing livery on it. Maybe it's got some racing heritage. They did used to race these. Oh, it's got a Gullwing door missing. They're going to be hard to source. I'm trying to keep it authentic, guys. Yeah, car of the people, exactly. Yeah. Wasn't it... people say that Hitler designed the Beetle, but it wasn't. Didn't Hitler get that he ordered Ferdinand Porsche to design a car for all the people, and the result of that was the Beetle? I think that's the way round it was. Not that he designed it. I don't think he's had time to sit and design stuff. Look at this engine! It's bespoke to this car as well. Look, it's got the Mercedes. Sorry. Mercedes star on it. Right, now it says 4,485. There's no way it's going to go for that. No freaking way. Estimated 15. Really? When this is all said and done, we're going to do it up like this, guys. Maybe put some white walls on it, but white wall tires on it, but it has to be in this color. It just has to be. And then we'll, yeah, I think we'll just keep it stock and just, let's see. I'm interested, I have a vested interest in keeping this one stock because I want to see what the value on it is at the end. Buy. The bay isn't pronounced, no, bay. Bay like, sitting on the dock of the bay, right? Bayerisch. Then just add Bayerisch. Oh, Bayerisch. Okay. You were yeah, Bayerisch. So Bayerisch? Bayerisch Motor and Werke? Yeah. I think you guys change it every day because every time I get told the right way, it's always different. Mihai, how you doing? Welcome to the stream and Sinclair Research. How you doing? Do you know, I was watching a video, a car video. Obviously, I watch a lot of them. And they're in this workshop. I'm sure it was in the UK. And there's loads of cars in there. But in the corner of the workshop, there was a Sinclair C5. Oh, Bayerisch. Bayerisch? Like Irish, but with a B. Bayerisch Motor and Werke. Really? Why do what? Okay. Well, you being German, I have to go with that. Right, let's start bidding. I will not let this car go, and I don't care what the price goes to. It's mine. Angry citizens bidding against me. The hell? He's not even here. Ruber the Struber, Bonehead. All my Elite Dangerous mates are bidding against me. You can keep bidding. Not gonna matter. This car's gonna be mine. Alright. This is just the one I wanted. Like Irish with a B. Okay, there you go. I'll remember that. That will make it easier. Irish with a B is going to make it easier for me to remember that. Bayerisch Motor and Werke. Cool. What other car manufacturers do you have over there in Germany that I've missed out? Just got all the big ones, right? Yeah. Right. What about Lamborghini? That's Italian. Isn't it? Isn't Lamborghini owned by a German company now? Anyway, never mind. Let's exit to the garage. I can't remember. I thought I heard something about Lamborghini now being owned. Lamborghini and Ferrari. Yeah, being owned by, of course, Fiat own Ferrari. And so, let's get this thing inside. Let's examine this first. Oh, at least it came with a battery and a fuse box. And I'm assuming that is supposed to be with a fuel, the pipe for the fuel tank. Or it's some funky subwoofer. Oh, let's see the door go up. Yeah, baby. Gullwings. Do not make the mistake. I heard somebody, right? They were in a car. It wasn't one of these, but they were in a car and the door went like this, and they said, "Look, Lamborghini doors." And I just think, you don't know what you're talking about. Lambo doors open that way, like they're hinged here, and they open upwards in that arc. They don't open with the top hinge. And he's a motoring guy. Anyway. I'm a right nitpicker, aren't I? Is this the new? Oh, can you imagine if this was the new F1 safety car? This car's been raced. It's got a racing heritage to it. Very much so. Right, conditions. Okay, there's no S on the end there. Unless you're setting down a set of conditions. But in terms of this, it should be condition. But anyway, we'll leave that. Right, so it's got an inline 6 M186. So 6 cylinders, all in a line. And that looks like a nice engine when it's going to be done and dusted. Doesn't matter about this. We're going to be stripping the engine down. So right now I'm down three grand. Not going to be an issue. So what are we looking at in terms of tire sizes? So 16-inch, 185/75s. Okay, fine, fair enough. And it's got its own specific rims. Did I just say Pacific Rim? No, I didn't. Color variants. I don't think I've ever seen a white one. Normally it's this silver. I don't know whether to go with a satin finish on this. Back in 1954, you wouldn't have had, like, paint and then lacquer. It would have just been a single stage paint, I imagine. Yeah, a bit of T-cut. Oh, I hate T-cut. There's so many other better products out there. Audi. Audi, which used to be called Auto Union, or Auto Union. Opel, of course, which we have here as Vauxhall. Yeah. Yeah, Bugatti is part of the Volkswagen group, I believe. Yeah. All right. So Volkswagen damage. Lost a lot of money with the Bugatti Veyron. Apparently it was costing them like 5 5 million to make each one, and they sold them for $1 million each. So they were losing 4 on every sale. But then with the Chiron, they made it 5 million. So. But that it was just a thing where they were told, make me the fastest road car on the planet, and at the time it was. Right, where are we moving this to? Right, well, this thing is not coming anywhere near my garage floor until we get it washed. So let's go and wash it. And I know that in German, BMW is BMW, right? It's the W is a V, so it's BMW, right? Something along those lines. Right, let's get the old pressure washer on this thing. I know you shouldn't do it without the door, but I'll be careful. Oh, it's a little bit rusty. That's rusty. Well, we're going to be stripping this livery off it. Sure. Interior detailing. We'll do that at the end. Like, I'm just going to do it in the way I would do a real car. There's no point doing interior detailing now. But you would certainly wash the car before it goes into the showroom. This is really bad. Showroom, did I just say? Oh, brain not working. Yes, into the workshop. So we want it here on lift A. Right. So I would normally try and repair the bodywork first because it looks like it's been rolled. But I think what we'll do first is grab the engine out of this thing and rebuild the engine. And once the engine's been rebuilt, then we can start on the rest of the mechanicals. So let's make sure that I've got nothing in my inventory, and I do. So let's go and dump this. That's obviously left over from the last project that we did. I just put a fuse in the warehouse. I'm bound to lose that now, it's too small. What a gorgeous car this is, though. This is one of the most iconic Mercedes. Sorry, gain damage. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's one of the most iconic Benzes ever. Like ever. This one. It's beautiful. And to think that this is why does my mouse keep stuttering around? Yeah, to think that this was done in the 50s. What a car. I don't know what its top speed was back then. Right, so in order to get the engine out, we're going to need to detach all the parts connecting to the engine, as you would in the real world. The problem with that is it's going to leave me with parts in the inventory that I don't want to have. I wish I could just pile them all on the floor. So let's get the exhaust off first. We may as well just strip the entire exhaust off and sort that out if I can get to it. Right. Oh wow, it's just one exhaust, and also the front muffler section. So yeah, no performance parts on this, and I know I keep saying it and then going against that, but this is going to be stock. I'm curious about the price. Now, I think the exhaust manifold can stay on. Gearbox is going to have to come off, and it looks like the way the game is set up, there's like the cross member, but it's a subframe. It's not actually attached to the engine, unlike reality. So we have the drive shaft to come off, or prop shaft. Let's get the old RD40 on that. It's my own special mixture. It's a pity you can't do things, you know how you can do the coolant and the power steering fluid. It's a pity they don't let you refill like the gearbox fluid and the differential as well. I don't know why they don't do that, but they don't. Right, now before we can remove the gearbox, can we zoom in? Normally you can just click it and it'll zoom you right in. We need to get the starter off, which looks like it's the... Ah, okay, if it's green it'll zoom, yellow it won't. Okay, so we don't need to take the clutch off, we can do that later. Alrighty. Next port of call, drain the oil. And go. Oh, there was barely anything in it. Yeah, I'd like to see a really good updated version of this where you have torque wrenches and every bolt you put on, you know, some need thread locker, some don't. Some have to be torqued to specific tolerances. You know, really getting into the thing. Right, I don't know if there's anything else attached that's going to stop us removing the engine. What I can do, just to make life a little easier for you all, is get the hood out of the way. Right. So, let me have a look around here. Actually physically attached, yeah, we have got this air intake hose. It's going to have to come off. I don't think there's any other physical attachments. There would be in the real world. Oh, the engine doesn't just float there, but it's been dumbed down. I would love to have a mechanic simulator like this, where it's just not dumbed down. Like, it's... Maybe you have to even consult PDF manuals to look at torque specs for, you know, I don't know, just make it as real as possible. That would be just brilliant. I would love that. Because it's also very educational to do something like that. Okay, so that looks a beautiful end. Okay, so yeah, that one please. Right, so what do we have in our inventory? I guess what we can do, the only thing that's specific to this car, or not specific to this car, are these three items here. So let's try and repair what we have in here, get these up to spec, and then we'll start stripping the engine out. Because the car looked complete, right? It didn't look like there was anything missing apart from a door. Mechanically, it looked fairly complete to me. So let me just put this out. Ah, nothing repairable. Whoa. Okay, that's bad news. What about the... Show me again. Oh no, they're all red. And we can't do the exhaust. That won't repair. Okay, I may have to warehouse this then. Now, what's this symbol up here? Does that mean we have alternatives? Interesting. So, we need to keep these. Excuse me. We need to keep these because we need to know what parts to rebuy again. It might be easier for me just to take a screenshot and then just sell everything. So, one screenshot, and I'll bring that up later. Although it won't really matter because I'll know anyway. So let's just sell everything. The idea being that I just wanted to have an empty inventory before I started stripping the engine down. So, is that a catch can or something? I don't know what it is, but I can't can't select it. Ah. Oh, the air filter base. It looked like an old catch can. Right, well, I don't want to leave it floating there. Yeah, okay, there's clips. Just the one, or do we have a clip missing? Zonta! Should I take notes? No, no, it's a Benz, not a Beamer. No, you'll be fine. It's an old car. We can't be using diagnostic tools on this because finding a diagnostics port on this is like trying to put petrol in a Tesla. So kind of good luck with that. And don't think it hasn't been tried. Just go to Google Images and just type in Tesla petrol station and you'll see people with Teslas at the fuel pumps trying to figure out where the fuel cap is and wondering why the nozzle doesn't fit into an electric switch. I think if you're at a fuel pump and it's your Tesla, you need to sell that car. Unless you've got a jerry can for somebody else. Did we drain? Did we drain the water out? Oh, whatever. I don't think it drips from here, does it? I'm not sure. You see, I'm thinking draining out the coolant, but I don't know whether this is real. Well, look at this. Mechanical fuel injection. Fuel injected? Mechanical fuel injection. Got the ignition wires. Wow, look at this thing. Fuel injection, 1954. This is cool. Mechanical fuel now I want to know how this works. Mechanical fuel injection shaft. So how does it know the right amount of fuel to squirt into each cylinder? Or is it just because today's cars, the amount of fuel that goes in depends on the air, and the computer tells the fuel system how much to put in. But how did this work? It must have just been a preset amount of fuel. But no, because if you're flying down the motorway, you need more fuel injected than if you just sat there at idle. So it must be based on speed. So this shaft, maybe, does this shaft turn with the wheel speed? And then it kind of, it's kind of sort of instructing it how to inject the fuel. Huh. I'm fascinated with that. Yeah. That's that's got me. I'm gonna read up on it. Gullwing, 300 SL300 Gullwing injection system. I want to know how it works. Now, you remember when I said that I said no performance parts, and I meant it? And I always say that, and I always go back on it. I'm going to make a slight exception. I'm gonna put performance spark plugs in now because they're just better. 2 ignition coils. Hold on a minute. 2 3, 4, 5, 6 cylinder inline 2 ignition coils. Huh? Do you have one ignition coil for 3 spark plugs and another one for the other 3? What am I thinking of? What am I talking about? Oh, I'm getting confused here. Right, sorry. Anyway, carry on. So yeah, we might put some performance cosmetic parts in, like spark plugs, maybe the distributor rotor and the ignition leads cables. But in terms of putting in like pistons and things like that, no. Of course, putting in the smallest performance part will give us a small increase, but it's not going to adjust the price that much. And it's the price that I'm curious about. How much is this car new? Oh, maybe it tells us in the status, does it? I'll check. Check in a minute. Right, what's coming off next? Is there another cap that I missed? Oh yeah, we've got to get the front off here. This is a completely different engine for me. Camshaft out. Performance camshaft. No, Rusty, stop it. We're not doing that. Off with the manifold. Lots of rusty bolts, as you would expect on a car like this. Also the exhaust manifold, which we left on, but we'll grab that a bit later. We'll just work our way down. Look at these rocker arms. Wow. It's just the design of them. They're just... yeah, it's just so different. Okay. It's cool. I like it. I've never seen this arrangement before. And what I don't know, I mean, it's a Mercedes, so I don't know, but like, what was the reliability like on a car like this back in the day? First one I've ever seen with a manifold cover. I don't know of any other car in this simulator that's got one of those. And most cars have them, and yet it took a 1950s car. Look at the bolts that are missing. We've only got 2 on here. Missing bolts? I wonder if that will be the case when we put the new one on. It's only 2 bolts. I mean, obviously it shouldn't be, but... well, at least we've got pistons and they look severely carboned up. Right, okay, let's get this mechanical fluid. I'm fascinated with this. I am definitely going to be checking that out. So this looks like kind of an input shaft, right? But where is that? Like, so there's obviously, I would say there's another gearing like this on this side, which would be connected to the rotation of the engine via a chain. So is there a chain in here? I don't know. I don't know. Interested though. Clever. Clever, clever. For its day, it looks like an ingenious piece of tech. Hey, rusty engine, rusty car, and rusty dog. Yeah, hi, Brian. Yeah, and let's not discuss the rusty nuts that I've been coming across. Let's not go over there. I'm fascinated to do this car, just because it's just one that if you're a car enthusiast, it's just one of those cars that you would want. sitting in your garage. And then, of course, you have to hire bodyguards to protect it. It's not the most expensive car to buy, but, you know, you could buy a Bugatti Veyron instead. But this is gonna, I don't know, I think this is gonna turn more heads. It's not as fast, but you don't see these every day. Okay. I love them. I think every country's got its own iconic cars. I just hope that Britain's got more than just the Mini. Designed by Isagonis, is that right? I think that's his name, Isagonis. The original Mini I'm talking about, the Italian job one. The original Italian job, I mean. Oh, God, right. Oh, and also, classic British car would be the E-Type Jag, of course. That car in the 1960s was doing 150 miles an hour. It's just totally different to everything else on the road. Okay, so let's get all these rod caps up as well, because we want to pull those pistons out. I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to salvage here, but, you know, we'll obviously give it a go. I'll keep the engine on its side for the initial rebuild as well, because we're going to have to put all this back. So what we'll do is just keep it sideways. I much prefer working on inline 6s than V8s and stuff. It's less work. Less work and easier. Inline is just easier than V's. And probably less problematic. I don't know. I would say. Who's rusty now? Exactly. The missing bolts are for the inlet manifold. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I wasn't spotting it when I was taking them apart. I was just clicking on the, you know, the green outline to undo the bolts. All right, so yeah, I wasn't even looking, but that makes sense. All right, so we don't have an engine here anymore. How much can we rescue? Anything that's red is unrescuable. Anything that's orange is doable. So if we sort them via condition, then we've got 1, 2, oh no, I've got to get a new clip. So we got 7 across here, so 7, so that's 14, 15, 16, 17 parts. That's not bad from a 1954 motor. I think that's all right. I wonder how much that is. Interesting. So, let's see if it tells us the price of the car. I mean, I'm not sure if they do they? Parts value. Does it tell you the actual value? No. Well, I have a feeling it might not reflect real world values, which will be a shame, because I was hoping to make, you know, around $1 million off this. But somehow I think not. Okay, so let's go shopping as we get, oh no, we go repairing first. So this is the kind of, this repair thing is the kind of thing that Frontier would come up with for doing plants, scanning plants. Oh, I managed to fix a clip. Cool. Imagine how much money we're going to save on the build. Oh! Blitz that one. Didn't time that one. I like it when they're at the end. I can time it better than if they're in the middle. Yeah, we lost a part there. If it's in fairly good condition like this one, 66, and you fail one, it'll drop it down maybe into the 20%, 30%, and you can have another go still. But if it's already at 25% and you fail the first time, it's done. You've ruined it. We just managed to save another B-clip. See, these ones I don't like. Got it. At the when the two greens are at the end, I just have a rhythm for it sometimes. Most of the time. I don't think I need the background noise of people working. I wonder how difficult it would be to get a technical manual for this car online. Say these, what is it, 300 SL3, is it SL300 or 300 SL? Gullwing, yeah. Oh shit, I wasn't concentrating. Yeah, to get the technical manual on it, or the not the owner's manual, because that's just like, you know, here's the glove compartment, and this is how you adjust your seat. No, I'm talking about the tech manual. I want to read up on the engine. Oh, and another classic car for Britain. The Jesus Christ. The Aston Martin, DB4, 5 and 6. Nice. Right, I ruined a lot of parts here, guys. Ruined them. Ruined them. So. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, of course. I was trying to think what's going on here, but yeah, some parts are not renewable. All right, so anything that's not green, we're going to add to the shopping list. Okay, so the rock around was last there. This is a whole new page. Every time you scroll up, it's a whole new page. I love those rocker arms. I think they're awesome. It's a Merc. There you go, I got around it. It's a Merc specific air filter. Well, there, gain damage. I got a workaround. I'm just going to call it Merc. It's kind of like, oops, I just removed that. Added 2 more. So cylinder head covers, I've added 2 more than I didn't need to. It's like, when people refer to BMW cars as Beamers, when apparently, which I do, but apparently the official line is that it's incorrect, because Beamer is meant to be for the motorbikes and Bimmer is meant to be for the car. But I don't know. Right, so what did I just add? I added a couple of extra these that I didn't need. So let's get this now, because we only need 1. Yeah, so with cylinder head cover, which we can get from the main shop. So if we go here, and we go down to this one, just get that. No, Benz is good, yeah. Merc sounds like mercenary. It does. Yeah. We do say Merc over here, though. But, yeah, Mercs. Yeah, he's got a Merc. He's got a Merc. So we'll cross these off as we get them. So 2 of these. God, I remember in the days when I didn't know that you could just click here and it would take you to the shop, to the correct aisle, to the correct shelf. I didn't know that. I was just doing it all manually by tapping it up here. And somebody mentioned it on the chat, and I thought, God, do you have any idea how much time you saved me? Right, so we want 6 of these babies. And of course, to go with that, we need the rings. And 4 camshaft bearing. Spark plugs later, clutch release bearing. Ignition wires later, ignition distributor. Oh, of course, it's electric. Which is why we're crossing off things as we get them, so that whatever remains is something we haven't bought yet. Right, so second row then, crankshaft pulley. Oh, I'm not in a shop. I walked outside the shop. Clutch pressure plate. If you're American, this is an online version of O'Reilly's. And if you're from Britain, I suppose it would be Eurocar parts. Something like that. Loving that air filter cover. Driving me round the bends. Right, so, serpentine. 6. Those. Oh, God, just got dizzy there. Brain might be telling me, get off the computer, guys. Oof, just had a dizzy spell. Overdoing it a little. If I get another one, I'm gonna call it straight away. This is why I wanted to do a chilled stream. Or maybe the screen's too bright. Let me see if I can just dim the screen a bit on my side. I don't think you'll notice it. Where are we? Right, did I buy that air filter base? The 1 rod cap. Canadian Tire. That sounds like a tire shop though. Time belt B. $600 credits. Cheaper than half the price. Mind you, I do get it cheaper. Don't we need a few of these? Wasn't one missing? Okay. I've got a feeling we're going to need more of those babies, but we'll see. Hey. So before I have a look... yeah, I did get it. I have to think about that one. No, stay in the shop. Okay, and the only two that are left will be somewhere. Tuning shop. Here we go. Performance parts. I should have got the air filter actually, if there was one. I don't know if the Mercedes one is in performance parts, but probably not. But spark plugs, yes, we're going to put 6 performance ones in. Not going to make that much of a difference, but they look nice. And so do the red wires. Oh, they are. They're specific for this engine. Cancel the search, please. All right. Is that everything? Not a lot of parts here. But okay. I've got a feeling we're going to be missing a clip B. Oh, it sells all kinds of car parts. Oh, well, there you go then. The only difference with Euro car parts here is that it's not a store you can walk around. Do we have an equivalent to O'Reilly's in the UK? You know, a store you just walk in. I don't think so, because you guys have, in America and that, you've got cars that, you know, one part will fit like 5 different cars and stuff like that. Where you get that here too. You know, you might pick up a part for a like a Citroen and it'll fit a, you know, a Peugeot or fit a Renault or something like that. You can even get a Volvo part that fits into a like a Lamborghini or something. And I know Lamborghini Huracans use Ford Focus indicator lights, or Ford Focus lights for their indicators on the wings. Yep. Right, let's build and see what parts we're missing. Oh, what am I clicking here? No, rotate. I've suddenly forgotten how to, there we go. I don't want to leave this thing floating out here like a big ghostly spectre. So let's get it done. See, you're supposed to fill this with oil before you... Anyway, at least you do on mine. Oh, we do have a clip A. All right, it's just the one clip then. It is. Standard alternator. 2 floating ignition coils. And while we're doing floaty stuff, do we have a floaty fuel filter? We do. Put the clutchy bits on. And then we'll build the bottom end. See, they didn't even use the tool that you put into the clutch to keep everything lined up. Didn't even use that. Shambles. Okay, I think that's all of the pistons in. So we had snow today, guys. A little bit of snow. For about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. It laid for about less than that. Then it just went away. Temporary whiteness. Out in the next couple of days is going to be quite similar. Lovely. He says, thinking back to the Mediterranean times he's used to. Oh dear. And the thing with this simulator is I bet if we get it done on this stream, it depends on my head, but if we get when we get the car started, somehow I got a feeling it's not going to sound like a 1954 car. It's going to start up so smooth, like as if it's a modern vehicle. Don't know, just have that feeling. Hope I'm wrong. Get the top end done. Actually, let's get this on. I love this. It's my favourite part of the car. Oh, the engine, I mean. Favourite part of the engine. Can't get my camera to move. Right, we need 2 B clips here. Here? Oh, we do have them. Awesome. Say the same thing about Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Rog. You don't know you're going to miss it until you go. I don't miss the heat in July, August in Gibraltar. Jesus, man, it gets hot there. Too hot. Rocker arm, just one for every pair of cylinders and 2 bolts. Lovely. I bet it's not that simplistic on the real engine. This is unique. I've never seen twin ignition coils like this though. Right, so we need to bolt that crankshaft down. That camshaft. Crankshaft at the bottom. I'm all over the place fitting these parts. Oh yeah, I see now for the bolts. Of course. Yeah, kind of makes sense. Right. There you go. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention, clearly. Performance wires. Are we done? No, of course we're not. throttle body. We could fit that missing part on when the engine goes back in the car, but I won't. I'll put it on now. Nearly there. Once you start getting the belts on, you know you're almost there. Look at the size of those bolts. i6M130. That's it. Done. One complete engine. And to be sure, no items in my inventory. How much is this engine worth, I wonder? I suppose if we put it on the car, we'd get an idea of how much it would, increase. Oh, I don't know what Fahrenheit is in. I can imagine that's quite a bit, though. Right, so that's the engine done. So mechanicals left to do. All the bits in here, like the radiator and the brake servo, suspension subframes, fuel tank, wheels. Oh, and while I'm here, let's get the battery on charge. Where am I going? Man, she's an old mess. Yes, I'm sure this is exactly what the fuse box looked like on a 1954 Mercedes. Not really. No, not assemble mode. Guys, I think I'm going to have to continue this on another stream because my head's just giving me messages that it needs to rest. So I have to. Look at this window. Yeah, so we're going to pick this up on another stream. We'll continue this. Or I may even do it as a video, whatever. But I think... Yeah, I think I should just get off the computer. I thought I'd be okay after my little nap, but not so much. So if it's all the same to you guys, I'll be back. Be back with this car and we'll get it finished. All the way to the end and get it tested and get it sold. I'm cooking. You're always cooking. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright dudes, I will catch you next time. Sorry it was shorter than usual. 1 hour, an hour stream, but we will pick this up. Now we've got the engine built, and thank you Edge Crusher 420. I'll be okay. I just need to have a bit more screen time restriction, I guess. But we'll pick this up and continue. We'll get the mechanicals done, get the wheels done, the bodywork and the paint, and then we'll take her out for a little drive. Looking forward to it. Alright, dudes. Some Coke. The white powdery stuff or the black fizzy stuff? Alright, guys. I will catch you next time, and have a good rest of the evening and or day. And yeah, like I said, we'll pick this up next time. And I'll do this right now while I'm looking at it. That's the thumbnail for the next stream. Done. Save it here. Alright. I'm out of here, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye for now.